Before the British claimed Australia, it was the Dutch who first mapped parts of the continent. In the early 17th century, explorers like Willem Janszoon and Abel Tasman charted sections of the coastline, naming the land New Holland. However, the Dutch saw little value in its harsh interior and lacked the interest to establish settlements. Their maps, however, hinted at the continent's potential, paving the way for future endeavors. By the late 18th century, Britain's interest in Australia was spurred by a need to relieve overcrowded prisons and expand its empire. In 1770, James Cook claimed the eastern coast for Britain, calling it New South Wales. 17 years later, the first fleet arrived at Botany Bay in 1788, but the settlers moved to nearby Port Jackson, modern Sydney, for better resources, marking the official start of British colonization. This arrival began a seismic shift in Australia's history. The Indigenous peoples, who had thrived on the continent for tens of thousands of years, faced immense upheaval as settlers expanded into their lands. While the Dutch provided the early maps, it was the British who reshaped Australia, laying the foundations of a colony built on convict labor, free settlement, and the exploitation of its natural wealth.